Hey, welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you so much for taking the time. I'm Hello Good Game, pleased to be your host within this Magic the Gathering deck guide video. We'll be breaking down a Rakdos Sacrifice deck new to Duskmourn. We're rebuilding the archetype from the ground up. Literally the entire build is from the latest set, which is really cool. So I'll do my best to break down the deck list for you in depth, providing, some insight how to pilot it effectively. And then we'll demonstrate all of this within our Mythic Rank gameplay footage against some of the best decks and players that are out there. And of course, we'll conclude with, the deck review and channel news, right? You want to leave a like? That's awesome. Subscribe to the channel, even better. But most importantly, just kick back and relax as we break down a Rank and Bank. This is a new deck built around the Funeral Room. 3 mana enchantment as a room that you can unlock later on with the Awakening Hall, which is pretty cool, for 8 mana. Of course, you can cast either side to start with and then unlock the other later on. But we just really are focused on the room, and then if we get the hall, great. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent will lose 1 life, and you will gain 1 life. Oh, that's good. Does that remind you of anything? The meat hook, maybe? It's not here, but, that's going to be good enough for us. And then we are sacrificing all of our creatures in the deck. One of my favorites will be the Disturbing Mirth for 2 mana as an enchantment. When it enters, you may sacrifice another creature or enchantment. And if you do, draw 2 cards. And when you sacrifice the Mirth, manifest Dread. You're going to be looking at the top 2 cards of your library, one of them into the battlefield face down as a 2/2 and the other into your grave, which again allows you to chain in on your next Mirth, which is pretty cool. And then we'll also utilize the Undead Sprinter for 2 as a 2/2 with trample and haste, and you can cast it from your graveyard if a non-zombie died this turn, and it will enter with a +1 counter on it being a 3/3. And that trample and haste is pretty doggone groovy when we pair it with the chip damage that the Funeral Room provides. And then, we've just got a bunch of dummies to sacrifice, right? That's going to be a big part of the deck. On 1, the Clockwork Percussionist. 1/1 with haste. When it dies, exile the top of your library. You can play it until the end of your next turn, which is pretty cool. The haste is good damage output as well. And then we will, play that alongside Fear of the Lost Teeth, which, this is kind of funny. I have this nightmare reoccurring where my teeth crumble out of my mouth. I'm like throwing my teeth up. It's terrible. So I get it. It's a 1/1, and when it dies, it's going to deal 1 damage to any target, and you're going to gain 1 life, right? Further cementing, the spread between your 2 health totals, hopefully here. And working into our 2 mana drops, we'll have the Piggy Bank, 3/2, nice attacker. When it dies, we create a treasure token, which is pretty decent. And then, on a similar note, the Freebooter for 1, a 1/1, and when it dies, scry 1 and create a treasure, right? So that's going to be a 1-drop for us as well. And then, like I said, that Sprinter is in on 2 for our creatures. The Funeral Room in on 3, so when creatures die, we're going to be dealing damage. We will also play with Rankle and Torbran, just kind of experimenting here. 5 mana as a 3/4 with flying, first strike, and haste. And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may choose any number of the following 3. Each player creates a treasure, which we like. Each player sacrifices a creature, which we like even more. And then if a source would deal damage to a player or battle this turn, it's going to deal, that much +2, which is actually quite beneficial considering our power level within our creature base is so low, right? 1 power, 1 power, 1 power. Now they can hit for 3. That's going to seriously increase our efficiency. Okay? And then, forcing the sacrifice is good on the room and going to clear something of theirs out as well, which is really nice. So it kind of fulfills multiple roles within the deck, which is really nice. It increases our output. It can act as removal, and we like that quite a bit. It can even ramp us, right? So aside from that, it is some more classical sacrifice. We've already talked about the Mirth, but we will also have on a similar function to draw the Corrupted Conviction, 1 mana, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards at instant speed. Really nice, you know, if they're going to interact with something of yours, then you can just kind of take it out from underneath because it would have been removed anyways. And then we will have Torch the Tower, which is nice because you can bargain it by sacrificing an enchantment, token, or artifact, which we have. Looking at you, Mirth. And it'll deal 3 damage and scry 1 if you do bargain. If not, just 2 damage to creature or planeswalker. We can exile creature with Final Vengeance for 1. As an additional cost, we will need to sacrifice an enchantment, again, looking at you, Mirth, or a creature to cast it, which is pretty groovy. All right, so that's the deck. We're going to have a passage in here alongside the Blazemire and the Cliffs for consistency and a few basics to get us into the end of the match. Thanks for watching the deck list. Of course, the link will be in the description below if you want to import it into Arena. Leave a like while you're down there, and of course, subscribe to the channel for future videos. Kick back, relax, enjoy, and well, let's try to win some games. Going first, let's keep 7 here. The land looks pretty good, and we're, you know, out of the gates quite quick. We want to play slow. Yeah. We'll get Funeral Room out first and foremost before we sacrifice anything. This will be a black source. They might just remove it. But then we can double drop on 4. This needs to be a red source. Hit for 3. Create a treasure. Draw 2 cards. Deal 1 damage, gain 1 life. It's card advantage. It can stay. Invasion. Woof. Land Adelphia. I'm in danger. Oh, it's the, oh, my favorite card. The Vaultborn Tyrant. Don't say it. Don't say it out loud. I don't think we need the others. Yet. We have the room in play. Trailblazer would have been first, no? Removal. This is an artifact. So this is fun for us. We could sack that. Get rid of that. And then we will exile the Obliterator, which is just perfect. How did we even get that off the top? Manifest Dread. Good game. Easy peasy. Keeping 7. Playing slow. We'll grab a black source here. Then we can double play. I like the draw, but I'm not entirely certain that we need to hold up and protect from removal yet. And the answer was yes, you did. Or do. Did. But that's okay. That's something that we can do on our own time here. Heading for 3. No attack. They're going to pass turn. That's fine. Huh. Well, let's attack first. See where we get to, right? Let's take the draw. Play our piggy bank. We don't really have any other instant speed plays here, just removal, so we'll play the room, attack for 4, which is substantial. Repeat the process. This is an exile, which is no treasure, no death trigger. Hashtag ouchie. Rude. A 3rd funeral room. I'm going to go to London, aren't I? I can feel it. Secondary beans. Get your beans on. Well, we have our 4 next turn, which is pretty good. Removal on a room. Whoa, 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 whoa! Removal on 2 rooms? My trip to London has been revoked. Holy. I'm going to do some cycling here. That was crazy. I like the haste, and we have another haste engrave too, right? Okay, I might die. Yep, you do die. Dang, bro. Okay. We can look for exile. I don't have a second red source for my double tower. May as well. It's another 6 damage from the token. Too much. Oh no, we exile it. Which is so good. Okay. Redemption. Still, we're in trouble. I'm going to go with Piggy Bank, I think. It was a really nice exile. We're still definitely probably in trouble. Yeah. Okay. So this is 5 damage, right? Oh, sorry. 6. To the dome? No way. Brought them to 9. Do they attack? I think they should be playing defensively at this point, right? Ooh. Do we one hit or double hit? That's a tough one. We are close. 3 damage. Could be a little more for us. So we can get the zombie out of it, right? So this is 2 damage. Opens up the attack lane. Zombie 1's a go. We're hitting for 5, 6, 7. If they block, we flip. If not, we take lethal. Oh my god. How did we navigate that? Woo! All right. We're going to look for a better hand here, I think. Keeping 6. Turn 1 is here. Turn 2 is here. Remove our removal. Yeah, I like to live on the edge. Hello. Please don't play Heartfire Hero. Good game. I may as well just scoop up. There's literally no point in playing this. Well, there would have been if I kept my tower, but here we are, dead on turn 2. Mono red on the play with Hero 1/1. I'm excited. Should be a good experience. I mean, we'll still try our best. It's unlikely we get anywhere close to the finish line, but we'll see. I was greedy with the hand. We should have tossed the Disturbing instead. We should have known better. Really? That seems really good for me. Probably just dead, but we'll see. Force them to have trample. Or double down. What's menace? So double down. Do we race? No. Losing 4 life here. LOL. We do 2 damage as well, though. And we gain access to a few cards. The land is nice. Do the treasure. I've been looking for you. I have been looking for yous. 15 life. Oh man, I don't know. We can go to 16, 17. It helps. I'm in danger. Not putting it on the hero for the trigger is strange. Nice. Really, really good stuff here. Let's exile the hero. Manifest our dread. They draw, unfortunately. I want to wait until after they go into their attack phase to take it because they'll draw from the demon. Maybe we just leave that one there. Don't give them the draw. Just take the other. And that way we can still do this. Go up to 9. Get some goodies. Take those to the fair. Each player sacrifices a creature. What do you think? I'll take the treasure too. This deals 3. We gain 1. Oh, it's loss of life, not damage. I should know that. 1 and 1 then. I definitely didn't build the deck with that in mind. And, well, we'll hit for 1. Last turn. Land in hand as a bluff. Oh, and we're getting lucky with haste off the top. Hitting for 6. I'm going to keep the blocker back. And just hit for 5. Okay. Funeral Room actually saving us, I think. Just bit by bit. Let's go right after it. We're going to sacrifice our own creature for 2 damage. Nice. Not bad. That's pretty cool. Going first, keeping 7 because the land is fantastic. I didn't even look at the hand. I just assumed it was good as well. And it is. You know, we've got the Funeral Room on turn 3, which is great. Oh, mono red giving you the your go. That's pretty nice of them. I'll attack. They blocked that? Are they insane? Dude, that's not a block. You let that damage through. Every single time you let that damage through. They're playing nice and slow for us. I appreciate that, don't I? Yeah, let's just hit him with one of these. Dude, it is my go. It could be your go if you wanted to leave. I'm like playing as fast as I can. Oh, this is going to take a second. I'm going to need a swamp here for my library. It's a good thing they don't play in paper. Could you imagine if I would have to reshuffle my library manually here for them? Oh man, they lose it. Literal aneurysm incoming, right? We'll see what we get out of it first. One damage, 1 life gain, 1 treasure. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Your go. Why do you be such a bully, HGG? I'm going to play this to further cement my lead. Sack the treasure. Sack the fear. 2 damage. 2 life gain. And we remove their second hero. It's your go. On the draw, keeping 7, playing slow, catching up on 2. Ooh. Oh. Booter 1. 2, we can go slow or double draw. Double draw. Deduce Adelphia. Hit for 2. And then our third creature in play, which is pretty good if they're a mono blue deck. Let's throw some haste into the mix. Should be countered. And then, you know, maybe we can replay it from the grave later. No counter spell. We just thicken the field. They're just going to try to mill us maybe before we get there. Fourth land. They can take half our library here. And then try to Jace next turn. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good, right? They're tapped, though. That's a good opportunity for us. This will be a black source. Here's the interaction, which is not terrible. Let's use teeth. Get that extra damage. Path is fine. Are they just going to bounce something again? Bounce the piggy bank? Yep. Okay. Oh, they didn't need to give us a fish. Thank you, though. You're so kind. People are just so generous these days. This might be a counterspell. And I should have double played. I got a little greedy here. I seen the misplay and I'm like, whatever, let's just go. And maybe that's the bait. Maybe that's what this fish is for. It's the bait. Yeah, we should have double played. Okay. Watch them beat me. They double Jace. I would cry. How many cards do I have? Yeah, that would get us. They might just win here. Straight up Jace Adelphia. They don't have it. Lucky. Ace, dear, go. Yeah, them getting that counter last turn and us not being able to double play really hurt. Another Maw. Down to 1 before they mill us. Oh, Lord. I love Magic. I have 15. A single Jace gets us. If we had a 1 mana sacrifice, we could get out of it. There's no way they don't have it. Good game. Really? Settle down. Oh my gosh, that's what they're saying to the shuffler. On the draw, keeping 7. Corrupted Conviction should fix our hand for the most part. And, yeah. Should be good. Escape Tunnel in play. You know, it's like a sacrifice land, so some form of land shenanigans here. And then we can double draw, probably making the treasure, just in case, right? That's very good. Very much so. Should we just dig for removal now? We'd need to find a mountain and a tower. It's instant speed. We could wait. But then I don't get my mountain. Let's interrupt the life gain. Right, let's stop that life gain if we can. And they're playing Sacrifice lands on top of Bill. No damage. One mountain. I like it, but, you know, we can't cast it. There it is. No removal. But we do find more interaction now. Don't necessarily think it's bad. Maybe we hold back and just cast this on their turn, interacting with that life gain again. Typically, I would like to attack, but without a funeral room in play, you know, I don't think I will. It's two of them. Oh, gosh. So, life gain really sucks for us. Really hard to overcome. There's the saddle and a 3/3 coming our way. It's good. Right, I mean, we're stopping it now, but that's not going to last. So the Percussionist will give us access to a card. Then we draw 2. Still no removal. Come on. It's there somewhere. Ah, more land. Perfect. That's just beautiful. We'll just look for it. I mean, we'll find it eventually. One would assume. I mean, okay, so the funeral room's nice at least. I can't believe not even a tower. This is going to be bad. I mean, they've got 6 life gain. Maybe we run a field wipe in the deck. Right? Recruit, so double saddle. Yikes. Wow. If we had a field wipe, that would be good. We do not, though. That's something we could consider in future builds. I mean, that's what we need here. Okay. So we are 1/3 through, and we've found one of 7 removal pieces. Let's manifest dread here. We could probably just say good game. Zombie Nation. No attack, though, unfortunately. Yeah. That's a lot of damage. Good game. Woof. Going first, I'm going to mulligan. Just look for better land. Here it is. Keeping 6, and I guess we toss the piggy bank. And let's just get after it. Hit for 2. Only one black source. It was probably a funeral room. Wow, okay, going right for it. It's impressive. Let's just spend our black source now. Get that damage in to try to keep tempo. For 6, which is massive. Land is screwing me. It's actually a nice removal. And we get the land. Might be too late. Probably too late. Really? Wow. That's strange. Hmm. We can get lucky. Or maybe I should have saved that for the zombies. That could have given us lethal. I was kind of greedy with the pace of that. Ooh. That's a big hit. We still take it. They still have the Otter. And they have the land. They have another Spire. Otter is so cheap. 1 mana, very nice. Hit for 2. Good game. Pretty close. All right, so it seems pretty good. And honestly, I had some really good matches testing the deck earlier, in which I was able to utilize the Awakening Hall multiple times. Maybe I'll rip that footage from Twitch for you guys. Just fantastic interaction with the low mana curve deck, and the Funeral Room. And, you know, you can start, you know, mass blocking if your opponent has a field state. If they don't, you can just attack. Either way, you're going to win, which is great. So, you know, the downside is exile, right? The temporary lockout is brutal. Sunfalls is always going to be brutal. So that's, you know, kind of the downside to the deck. It's quite weak to that potentially. But as we continue to work on it, I'm sure we can, you know, try to mitigate that as much as we can. Some other cards I considered while building the deck, as I always like to go through to wrap up the videos. The Stalactite Stalker. You're descending, which is nice. This acts as more removal. The Menace is pretty good damage output. The Journal, additional card draw, but we don't really need it. Varan, additional chip damage. I don't mind. I kind of like it. Scoundrel, another cool creature that can make a treasure. That's easy to sacrifice. Arya, you know, our mana value is pretty low, so we're maybe not gaining a lot of life, not dealing a lot of damage, but still pretty cool stuff here. Braids, you know, 1 sacrifice isn't a big deal. Seems maybe like it's not fast enough for us, but the draw is cool. The chip damage is cool. Rakish Crew, you know, whenever an outlaw dies, they're going to lose 1 life and you gain 1 life. And, you know, that with the Funeral Room, I think would be really good, but then we would need to really dial in and focus in on outlaws, which we have not done here. The Screaming Nemesis, oh, the life gain. The life gain. I think that we just need to put this in the deck, and then we don't have to worry about when these decks start gaining life and totally ruin our game plan. The Forge, you know, better for the longer matches. Not bad. Pretty cool. You know, something's dying every turn for the room. The damage output's pretty cool as well, so, you know, considering it. Snag your creature. Maybe kind of a sideboard card, I guess. Kind of a dud against a control deck, but would be really good for us. And then the Bleak Coven, bringing things back, but, you know, we're just going to use the room, I think. Season of Loss, you know, this is kind of cool for the sacrifice, I think. Also losing X life, where, you know, that's the number of creatures in your grave, which is probably, you know, substantial. Instead of Rankle, it could be Rakdos. Been considering, you know, the 2 of them. I'd love your feedback. And then, you know, on a similar note, the Vein Ripper, because it's just fantastic and can close out matches in a hurry. I also played a little bit with the Meat Hook, but the quad black was really hard to pull off consistently. So that's, you know, what I've been working with the deck. Of course, I'm sure there's room for improvement, so if you have any ideas or feedback, hit us up in the comments below. Of course, have an absolute magical day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next.